The cannons of the pirate ship ready to fire in the north end zone. We can only be one place. Raymond James Stadium here in Tampa, the home of the Buccaneers.
Here we go.
For the final time in the regular season, it's Week 18, and off we go on EA Sports. Here to take it back, Quez Watkins. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
He's good.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. Murray now going to throw to open. Oh, they come after him right away, and down he goes on the first play of the game.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle.
Nothing was open.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. The reception for Rashid Shaheed. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down.
So often, sacks, especially first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from 2nd and long to 3rd and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on 3rd, don't be surprised if they go for it on 4th.
And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up the first down. This pass rush is continuing to make their presence felt here in the early going. And for this quarterback, he's lucky to at least get rid of that ball because they were on the verge of recording their 2nd sack, and we're still here in the 1st quarter.
They'll try again here.
Pressure.
2nd
Pressure.
and 10. To throw again is Murray. He'll swing this one out. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free. And fortunately, this is going to get out of bounds, so possession does not change hands. A sigh of relief there. That was very nearly a turnover. Fortunate to see that one, Greg, get fumbled out of bounds.
And when that ball came loose, Mike, you could see the entire sideline kind of holds their breath. But they were able to take a little bit of an exhale as they saw that ball, fortunately for them, go out of bounds.
He's got his tight end. That's McBride. It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Cardinals first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
Pressure.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make third down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down?
Got that pressure.
It's a pickup of 13 yards. It's an Arizona first down. They'll stay on the ground. Well, they weren't going to get him the second time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Murray. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A gain there of 20. It's an Arizona first down.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down. Off the play fake. Here's Murray. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, Arizona. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. First and 10. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
So you're on the sideline and you're watching the other team go right down the field and score on their first drive. As a play caller, you have to be careful that it doesn't throw you out of your initial plan coming into the game. They wanted to establish some ground game here early, and that's exactly what they did.
Now the lefty Penix on first down. That's caught by Harrison right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough. Move the chains. First down. Man in motion, heading left. Throwing now, Penix on first down. Quick throw here is complete. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And It wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Now Penix to throw on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall
What
incomplete.
are you still
He
doing
might be
awake?
fortunate just to avoid the
Old
sack,
man Grant.
and it'll set up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get
What
that
is he
ball
still
out
doing
to
awake?
prevent the sack.
Usually not this.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down.
I'm not awake.
Slot man in motion right. On third down, Penix. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
He'll be wrapped up there down at the 3-yard line. Here now, second down and goal. So we are through one on Sunday Night Football.
Sunday prime time.
We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. That is caught to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down a score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score in the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. Wes Watkins going to bring it back. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. Here's first and 10. Out of the pistol, it's Murray. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Second down, Murray. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
Defense came out in a soft zone, and I think it caught the quarterback a little off guard. He was trying to attack them downfield. By the time he was able to get through his progression to his check down, he ran out of time, and that's all the pass rush needed to get into the backfield and bring him down.
Now Murray on third and long. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on first and second down, Mike. Living in these third and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
This will be returned from the other side of midfield. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. On first down, it's Penix. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's third down.
Eyes.
They motion the slot man left. From the gun, it's Penix. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion.
Giving that hand,
It's his third catch of this first half and good enough for a first down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Now Penix. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy.
The pass rush gets home, and he goes down.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack. Oh, man, Mike, that is a heartbreaker. I mean, from this distance, he really does everything right. I mean, off his foot, it looked dead down the middle. It just runs out of steam there at the end. He ends up being denied by the crossbar.
First down throw for Murray. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
It takes a certain guy in that slot position to be willing and able to go across the middle of the defense on those in-breaking routes. You can tell this guy, he doesn't care. He is fearless going across the middle, and he's able to secure a nice catch.
And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Well defended there. The quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend. So give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's complete to Watkins. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
Now, Mike, I really like this game plan, right? The strategy on 3rd and short so often is, okay, just get enough for the first down. If you decide to air it out, everything short, get a fresh set of downs. They're saying the defense is going to pack it in close. They're protecting the sticks. So let's just throw it.
Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
The offense goes from feeling really good about the previous play with a real nice pickup
Televised.
to then on the ensuing play ending up going the complete opposite direction. Really nice
Okay,
job here by the defense immediately getting back on track. And what do the coaches say? Just play the next play, and that's exactly what they did.
The second down throw is incomplete.
Murray.
Rough sequence over these last couple plays. First down sack, second down big play attempt, falls incomplete. Now to make matters worse, you got to operate in third and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarterback.
Murray from the gun on third down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up fourth down. Sly's kick is good. And the Cardinals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the gun, here is Penix. Pass complete there to Harrison. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. Here's 2nd and 2. To throw is Penix. He's going to run it.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and shot. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
They'll send him over to the left. On 1st and 10, it's Penix. He'll swing one out wide to Pacheco. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off.
Finding room to the 20. The speed on display. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Tampa. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Bucs are on top. It's 14-10. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now, Watkins on the return. And he will get cut down short and shy of the 20-yard line. Murray now to throw on 1st down. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. Still going. And he will take this one in. 82 yards. Touchdown, Arizona. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Cardinals move out to a 3-point edge. 17-14. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Looking to throw. It's Penix. That's caught. It's the rookie from Penn State. That's a gain of 19 and a very quick first down.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll throw on first down with Penix. He'll take a shot here for the end zone.
And as the game goes on, these are the throws they got to find a way to connect with, those chunk plays. I like the idea of pushing it downfield, but the next time they get an opportunity, they've got to find a way to connect.
On second down, here's Penix. Looking back to the middle of the field, it is caught. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Now the Bucs will take their first timeout. They'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Again, it's Penix. Big strides. Look at him go. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. A huge play just before the half. And even 30 yards. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's first and goal. Penix gonna throw again. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown Buccaneers. And that is touchdown number 1 in the National Football League career of a guy, Greg, taken high in the draft, hoping for moments like that.
When you get drafted in the first round, Mike, let alone as a wide receiver, the expectation in the NFL today is that you need to come in and be an immediate impact player. Plays like this continue to build that relationship with the quarterback, and I think this guy's got a real bright future.
Somebody get hurt for me.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. From the shotgun, it's Murray. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their second. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. Now a second down throw from Murray. Here's a ball thrown deep right sideline.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
Open man is Shaheed. That's complete. Good gainer there. They'll get him out of bounds up past the 35-yard line. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. From the gun, it's Murray. Oh, he gets a good read defensively and intercepts it. And the Buccaneers are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
So not a lot of yards on the return, Mike, but that's okay. The number one thing, end up with the ball in your hands. And in this case, mission accomplished, and his guys are headed off the field to celebrate.
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
I can't get the damn end of the half.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. On play action, Penix. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
Here's Pacheco. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? And once he realized it was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Slot receiver headed right. Now Penix on 3rd and long.
Sometimes it's just a case of taking what the defense gives you. And here's one of those examples. There's nowhere for him to go with the ball. For a minute, it looked like he was going to be able to pick up this 1st down with his legs. The defense rallies, brings him down short of the 1st down marker, sets up 4th down.
He makes up for the earlier miss. This time, the kick is good. And the Buccaneers will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Now, Watkins on the return. They get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Just keep going.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Throwing Murray. He lets one go. Looking for Shaheed. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. First time they've looked his way all game long. But he comes through with the grab and a 1st down.
3rd down is when we see so many tight ends around the league really make their money. They operate in the middle of the field. They're a big, easy target for the quarterback. And even if they are covered, Mike, they're not really ever covered.
On 1st down, Murray. That is incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
To throw again is Murray. That's caught downfield by McBride. And he will score. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He's got it. And the Cardinals will tie this game at 24. So back to level after the touchdown. In time for the kickoff. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. Lots of space past the 45. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Play action. It's Penix. He's going to let this one go deep. And this will be incomplete.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
They put a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd down, Penix. He'll get this complete to Pacheco. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 10. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 39 yards. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. That's caught by Harrison right side.
Freaking cross.
And he's into the end zone. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
It just feels like a big drive, doesn't it, Mike? Here in the second half, you got a tie ball game. Now you're able to get out
and this one is blocked. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. Now, Watkins on the return. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. On first down, it's Murray. He'll take a shot. Looking for Wilson.
Really?
And his offense
Really?
is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. From the gun, here is Penix. He's going to tuck it and go. And he's able to gain yardage out of this one before he slides.
Well, give him some credit. Initially, that looked like it was going to be a sack. He's able to escape the pressure and get away. Picks up a little bit of yardage, but at least he avoids taking that shot.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the gun on 3rd down. Here's Penix. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Sudden change. So you find yourself defensively a little bit on your heels. Your offense just turned the ball over. Now you've got to go out and make a stand. Well, so far this offense has moved the ball pretty quickly, but can they dig in and at least force a field goal?
Here's Pacheco. And he'll plunge forward to the 2, setting up 2nd and goal. Off the play fake, here's the lefty Penix. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll run with Pacheco. And that is not going to get it done. He is out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. And that brings up 4th and goal. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Bucs will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. So here's a 1st and 10 now They'll start from the 24. Now, Murray on the bootleg. The throw on the run is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster.
That's three. Third time tonight he's been intercepted. And the Buccaneers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46.
For real.
So, no shortage of offense in this one.
Okay. All right.
They're going to go play action with Penix. He'll get this out to the left flat. And he will not get away. Terrific open field tackle. Gets him down behind the line. So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. Out of the pistol, it's Pacheco. Third and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently. Not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
And that's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll throw on first down with Murray. This one complete right side. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles.
And he will score. Game on. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Arizona. That his 2nd touchdown tonight. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the 4th quarter as they kick it off. This kick is fielded in the end zone, but no move to bring it out. It's touchback, and that ball will come out to the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one.
And this running game has really been rolling, Mike, all game long. The holes, the run lanes, they've been there consistently. Here's another nice run as they look to put this game away.
Once again, it's Pacheco. Trying to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. And this is taken in by the defense.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike.
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay. So this one is going to need a little closer look. A handoff to Pacheco. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Receiver in motion, headed left. Penix on 3rd down. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game.
Isaiah Pacheco. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Tampa. 2 touchdowns for him in the game. And 16 on the year. McLaughlin, good on the extra point. And the Buccaneers will make it a 2-score game as they are now up 9. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First down throw for Murray. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up 2nd down.
This has really been the story of this entire game, Mike. I mean, this pass rush has had the advantage over the offense pretty much from the jump. And they've already recorded a couple of sacks, a handful of close calls, and it's the pressure in the backfield is why this team finds themselves with the lead here late in this ballgame. I think it's one of those cases where he just tried to put a little bit too much on it and fit it into that window, Mike, and sails it high. Give his guy a chance to bring that one down. Put that ball on his chest and help him secure that catch. At this level, when you're that open, that ball has to be completed.
On 3rd down, Murray. His pass taken in by Shaheed. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. It's going to bring up 4th down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's the 4th time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked up
Good
by
play.
the former first-rounder, Kenneth
It's new
Murray.
badge
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
A run up the middle with Pacheco. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, here's Penix. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays. But I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark.
So Chase McLaughlin will come in, and they'll try a field goal. His kick is good. And the Buccaneers add on to their lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Murray. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. They'll drop to throw. He's going to air this one out. And that is incomplete.
I can sit up here all day, Mike, and we can talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved the touchdown along the way.
Murray now on 2nd down. To the outside, complete. It's Wilson. Getting hard to hear in here. The noise very loud from the crowd. 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Murray. He's going to go up top here for McBride. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish.
And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Cardinals have cut the deficit to 5. A one-score game late. You figure they got to have this one as they'll try an onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away.
With the rule changes on kickoff, Mike, it's just so hard to really expect to recover an onside kick nowadays. There's a lot of people pushing for kind of a radical change to this. Hey, can we make it 4th and 15? Offense gets the go. If they convert it, they keep the ball. I'm not sure that ever happens, but we can see here an onside kick, not much of a chance.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, this is Pacheco. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Now a timeout charge to Arizona. That is their 2nd. And they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in this one. 3rd and 5. Here's a handoff to Pacheco, running left. And this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain. And 4th down's coming up. So we get to a pressure kick. And here's Chase McLaughlin. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
So anytime an offense comes off the field after settling for 3, you always have to take the good with the bad. In order to get down there in field goal range, you had to do something positive to move the ball. But at the same time, how are we going to be able to finish these drives and convert for 6 the next time we get down there?
This is 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. That one a bit high, but it's complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. That's going to be incomplete, so no help there. And we're likely down to a final snap.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
And that's going to be incomplete. The defense holds here in the final minute. And they're going to get out of here with a victory. So, fire the cannon. It's a win for the Bucs. They finish off the regular season in grand style. They are division champions. Get a home game next weekend in the wild card round of the NFL playoffs. So, that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Buccaneers get the win, as we say so long from Tampa.
Pick back, dude. Where is it? Is it? No. No. Where is it? This one, I think. 254 and a third. Yeah. This.
Murray will take a shot.
What the freak?
On first down,
This is ridiculous. This is freaking.
on first down.
Tragic tragedy. Freak.